Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Madam CJ Walker. Let's talk about it. So go ahead and grab yourself a snack, a little libation, and let's talk about Madam CJ Walker. Today I am eating rallies. This is like the first time I really had rallies, and I picked this burger because it said the Big Buford, but the picture was very it lied. We just gonna say that. It just lied. Let's see. That's what it looks like. Okay, and I have fries. And for my libation, I got a fruit drink. Let's say Grace. So, guys, Madam C.J. Walker. Let's get into it. I binge watched the whole docu-series, and I was immediately impressed, inspired, and astonished about the story. But I have been hearing a lot of criticism about the movie. People are saying that Madam C.J. Walker was a fraud because they're saying, "Oh, she stole Annie's product and passed it off as hers." Well, let me move over. Okay, I hope I'm focused now. And what she actually did was she took an idea and she made it better. People do that all the time. They take ideas, put their own spin on it, and they become rich. Oh, y'all, I was thirsty. But nobody talked about Booker T. Washington's stand when he was saying that the Negro woman would never be more important than the Negro man. People are like, we don't know if this was actually them. They were portrayed. Well, if you don't feel that that was Booker T. Washington, then why do you feel that Madam C.J. Walker was a fraud? Because I apparently don't think that she was. This was like right after slavery. Back in those days, it didn't matter if you were a Negro woman or a Negro man. You guys had struggles. The only difference is it took women longer to get to where their Negro male counterparts was. You know, even Caucasian women back then, it was hard for them. But here's where the Negro men trying to establish themselves, and she was a female in this male-dominated world of business, carving a way out for herself. And everybody was telling her she couldn't do it because she was a woman or because she was a dark-skinned woman. Let's touch on that. Either I'm thirsty, y'all, or this juice is really good. But when I was a teenager, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s where light skin and long hair, that was it. You had to be light skinned with long hair. If your hair barely touched your shoulder, okay, right here, you was automatically put in the light skin long hair category. Even if you were not thin. If you were thin, that was like a big bonus. That was a big plus. But if you were not thin, you still was going to get put in the light skin long hair category, and you were always going to be prettier, or what the boys went after, than if you was even like my complexion. I should have got a napkin, y'all. And colorism still goes on today, which is like really, really sad. I can't remember that athlete, I think it was a basketball player, that said that Lupita was not cute because she was dark. And you have daughters. Like, how dare you say something like that? But then, back then, people thought that life was a lot easier if you were light skinned. Not true. Because if you consider passing and you were found out by Caucasian people, you could get killed, you can get shunned, they're going to treat you like everybody else. And if you were passing and then your own race, they treated you differently and treated you aggressively too, because you reminded them of, Caucasian people. So in the documentary, I kind of felt sorry for Annie, because my aha moment with Annie was when they were at the convention, and the first thing Booker T. Washington came out of his mouth and said, or portrayed, or allegedly said, when he was like, this is Miss Annie, and she's also fetching to the eye. She did kind of a squirm. That right there gave me an aha moment, like, oh, that's probably how she's always viewed, because she's light skinned with this long, pretty hair. She's not taken seriously because she's pretty. I'm making a mess, y'all. Real mess. And then here comes Madam C.J. Walker. His real name was Sarah. I didn't even know that. I forgot my napkin, y'all. And takes her idea and becomes filthy rich off of her idea. But she tried to go in business with her. She tried to say, let me just sell it for you. And she was like, oh no. Even in your Sunday best, you look like you just walked off the plantation. That hurt my feelings, so I ain't even gonna lie. So she took it and she's like, okay, well, you ain't gonna listen to me. I'm gonna do it for myself. She had great ambition, but she had a little bit too much. Because she pushed her husband right on out the door. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, her husband was a dog. He cheated on her with a light-skinned woman. But she pushed him out the door. I mean, it was my company, and I do things my way. And he was like, you don't cook for me no more. You don't talk to me no more. You don't do nothing no more. I mean, everybody around her was my. Sometimes as black women, we can't do that. You gotta let a man be a man. Especially in those days where the black man was still competing for his manhood, still trying to get his manhood back because the white man had emasculated him already. And now he's married to a woman that turned around and did it again. That's not a good feeling, though. To, now I've been in that position, to love somebody, be there for them, support them, and at every opportunity they pushing you to the back. That's like an awful feeling. I don't condone what he did now. Don't leave me a bunch of hate mail in the comments talking about what. I don't condone what he did. I'm saying I understand why it happened. That's it. But all in all, like, I love the movie. It was really inspiring. It was awesome. And I can't remember her name. I want to say her name is Octavia Spencer. I hope I pronounced it right. I love her acting. Ever since The Help, and I think it was something else I saw that she did before The Help, but ever since The Help, I've been in love with her acting. She is a brilliant actress. Her, Alfre Woodard, and what is her other, the other lady that starred in The Help? I can't never remember her name. She also had her own series, How to Get Away with Murder. I could never remember her name, but those are like three women who I think are so underrated when it comes down to acting. They shouldn't be what they are. So, leave me a comment down below if you guys saw Madam C.J. Walker. What did you think about it? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Because I want to know. I feel like we're being overloaded with one type of information that it's not a distraction, but let's talk about something else. Alright. I'm gonna have to go on my social media and be like, please don't send me any more links, videos, websites, how to, like, please don't send me no more. I'm over it. I'm very over it. I mean, I don't think that um, I don't think I can get any more information at all. You know, I kind of feel like every time things get a little calm, here comes someone with, more and more and more information. So I don't want to hear anymore. I have enough. I don't want to hear anymore. I'm going to continue practicing the laws of the land, continue disinfecting, washing my hands, and continue to pray and walk by faith and not by sight. But if you don't, you're going to go crazy. I guarantee you. But I have been watching some shows, and Madam C.J. Walker was the first one. I remember, like, when it came up on Netflix, and it has a little tab on there where you could set a reminder. That was the first one, and that morning, that Friday morning, I was up watching it, and I said, "Wow, this is amazing." You know, how this woman took what was dealt to her and turned into something awesome, something amazing. And it's almost like we all have that as women. It's just has to be ignited. It has to be, what's the word am I trying to say? I feel like there is a lot of us sitting on $1 million ideas. And we as women don't take that leap of faith. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a bird. Excuse me. That we don't take that leap of faith and invest in ourselves and say, I'm going to try this. Nothing beats a failure but a try. You don't know what is and won't work unless you try it. I used to do that to myself, like, years and years and years. Oh, nobody wants to hear me talk. Nobody wants to listen to me. Nobody wants to buy this. Or nobody, and last year before last, I think around 2017, when I had the idea to start my YouTube channel, I had a lot of coworkers was like, I hadn't really told them. I didn't really tell them that I was having a YouTube channel. But they would be like, Denise, you are so funny. You need to have your own show. You are right. And I'd be sitting there like, I am. I'm like, I'm just really just talking, just saying stuff. And they're like, that's what makes it entertaining. And I'm like, okay. Then one day I just grabbed my cell phone and here I am. And not just to say that I expect to be $1 million, entrepreneur out of this, but who knows? I know is I love talking to people. I love crocheting, and I love making jewelry. I love DIY. I love making things. So if I can, any way I can turn my hobbies and my passion into, you know, money making idea, and so be it. That's what I'm aiming for. But if it doesn't prosper and do anything else but remain a hobby, I'm still okay with that too. Because at least I put forth the effort and gave it a try. You know, there's a lot of women out there who have done things and it's been inspirational, like Carol's daughters. They started out in the kitchen and now look at her. You know, I mean, if you just take the time, there's so many unsung, you know, success stories out there of women or people in general, not to leave out the men, because there's a lot of men out there that started from nothing and worked and worked and worked, and now, I mean, like, there is a YouTuber, he does great videos, and I think his name is oh my goodness, I didn't forget, I'm trying to pronounce it right, but I'm gonna link it in my description box. A hashtag Dan, I think it's Dan Mar, and he does these kind of life type of lesson movies, and there's one strong one he did where it was actually a true story where a man went from a drug addict to a millionaire. You know, it's my own son, who is only like 24 years old, started his business when he was 19, and he's an artist. He draws. And now he's like so busy. He works from home and he is so busy that unless I bombard him, that's when I'll see him. But I mean, there have been times where I have to, like, you know, you all right, son? He's like, yeah, I'm working, Mom. So I mean, it's like there's inspiration all around us. You just have to take advantage of it. There is enough money out here for everyone. So what? There is a person selling makeup. So what? There's a person selling whatever. It does not mean that you can't get into the market and grow your own revenue yourself. I mean, I love to crochet. I eventually want to start selling my crochets, but I know at least 20 women, at least 20 women that make a living off of selling their crochets. But that does not mean that I can't. It does not mean that just because I know 20, 30, 40, 50, or 100 other people that is making money off of something I can do, that I won't be able to make money or I won't be successful. You know, I love to make wire jewelry. That does not mean that I won't be successful at it. So it's all about how much faith do you have, how much time and effort you want to put into it. My god sister, who's been like we don't even say friends, we say sis, we call each other sis. We've been knowing each other for over 10 years. Her quote is, hustle until someone asks you, are you hiring? And I love that quote because it is so true. The only main ingredient and the only thing or person that you need 100% behind you is God. Because you get on your knees and you ask God to direct you, He's going to direct you, and you're not going to fail. It's going to be a difference between things not being for you and things that you fail at. That is a big difference. But let's not sit back and be our own worst enemy. Let's not sit back and be our own worst critic. And let's not sit back and stay in our own way. Let's get out of our way, give it to God, and see what happens. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, be safe, take care of yourself, but most of all, let's take care of each other. Until next time, guys. See you later.